comet between 5 to 10 kilometers across that we estimate came from the Oort cloud. And using Gauss's method of orbital determination,
so many technical details.
there will be mile-high tsunamis.
Mile-high tsunamis, that's actually a good word to use. Today we're breaking down the data storytelling mistakes from this super funny scene where Leonardo DiCaprio has a super important presentation. The Earth literally depends on this presentation, but he messes it up completely in a way that's too relatable for many of us data professionals. All right, quick setup. Leonardo DiCaprio is about to present to the president because he found that a comet is heading straight towards Earth. So he needs to persuade the president to take action. And the president is the lady in the red jacket. Let's see how that goes.
I heard there's an asteroid or a comet or something.
You see, shaking his leg, shaking his foot, very nervous. And always when you present or when you sit even, both feet on the ground to signal you're confident. You tell your body as well, your nervous system, that you can relax.
That you don't like the looks of.
Close body language instead of being open.
Tell me about it. You got 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
You see, he's super surprised that he has only 20 minutes. But of course, whether you talk to a marketing manager or an executive, always know and ask how much time you have in advance to avoid surprises.
A comet between 5 to 10 kilometers across that we estimate came from the Oort cloud. And using Gauss's method of orbital determination.
So many technical details. He even holds his notebook to make sure he has everything covered and that all the details are correct. Even though his audience doesn't care at all. His audience only wants to know, like, what's the impact? What does it mean for me?
And the average astrometric uncertainty of 0.04.
Whoa.
I'm so bored. Just tell us what it is. Seriously, sup.
What Dr. Mindy is trying to...
Feels like an actual business audience, right? They want to know, what does it mean? What's the impact? Give me the result.
say is that there's a comet headed directly towards Earth.
And then what happens, like a tidal wave?
It will be far more catastrophic. There will be mile-high tsunamis.
So how certain?
Mile-high tsunamis, that's actually a good word to use because it makes it very vivid and concrete what will happen. Instead of all the calculations, tsunamis sounds scary, right? So that's the first good thing I've seen from Leonardo DiCaprio.
Certain is this?
There's 100% certainty of impact.
Please, don't say 100%.
So we just call it a potentially significant event.
But it isn't potentially going to happen.
99.78% to be exact.
Oh, great. Okay, so it's not 100%.
So you see there's a lot of defensiveness from the audience, and what he does is throwing more data instead of investigating where the resistance comes from. And he's not connected to his audience. They're basically in a debate and basically two rational minds talking to each other instead of figuring out, hey, where does the emotion, the resistance come from? So a question that he could ask, like, hey, it sounds like you're not completely convinced. Can you tell me more about it? With such a question, you open up the mind of the audience. You get more information about why they don't believe what you're saying. And that gives you the control, ironically, by asking that question.
Call it 70% and let's move on.
But it's not even close to 70%.
Let's just use like 60% as a working number.
Okay, we're going to get our own scientists on this, you know, no offense.
Dr. Mindy is a tenured professor of astronomy at Michigan State.
I'm sorry, did you say Michigan State?
Exactly. They have an excellent astronomy department.
You say so.
You want to see my...
The audience clearly not convinced that he's the right person, right? The main thing here is you need to make sure that they see you as credible for the job, for the presentation that you're doing. So whether you establish that trust before the meeting or at the start of the meeting, your presentation, it's important that they see you that way. So it's your job to figure out, hey, am I a completely new person? Maybe you need to give a bit of background about you and why you were able to help them. Because you don't want to get into a debate like here, halfway the presentation when almost everything is lost already.
SAT scores?
I'm sorry, who is she?
Are you her son?
I'm chief of staff boy with the dragon tattoo, so I'm doing fine.
How many tampons can you fit in that bag?
As many as I want.
At this very moment.
This is comedy, right? This is a lot of exaggeration, but I've seen the same happening in data presentations where data people throw in more data and try to be more firm with the rational thinking. And on the other side, the business not really giving it that. So instead of fighting more, ask a question, understand where the resistance comes from. And maybe you can still save the meeting, even though in this case, pretty difficult.
And I say we sit tight and assess.
Sit tight and assess.
Sit tight and assess.
So instead of just repeating the words and being overwhelmed, what happens here with Leonardo DiCaprio, you can again emphasize what's the impact for the audience, for the country, and for her as the president, not being re-elected or getting a lot of negativity in the media because of this decision she's about to make. We want our audience to feel what's the impact of the rational data. So we should not talk about the rational data, about all these methods we've used to arrive to the conclusion, but we should show them what is the impact for them. So we talk to a marketing manager, talk about how we're losing customers. Or if we're talking to an audience with operations managers, we can talk about how these insights or your model will help them increase efficiency. So always talk in the language of your audience and translate your insights into something that is understandable and meaningful to them.
Sit tight.
And then assess.
Yeah, amazing movie. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend watching it. Just to summarize, if you present data, minimize the amount of detail that you give. Minimize the jargon, the technical details, because your audience doesn't care. But focus on what do they find important. What are their goals? What are their challenges? And how can you show that your insights, your model, your solution helps them reach their goals or avoid their problems? That's how you do a good data presentation. So, Leo, now you know for next time.